Pro boxing fans here in Manchester with Eddie Hearn. Eddie, Leigh Wood, Lara 2, big fight. Your mate called Roger saying, listen, tough fight for Leigh Woods. He has to get behind the jab. You know, he could get clipped at any point, but expects him to win by points. Do you agree with Cole?
I don't think this fight will go 12 rounds. You know, I think this is a very tough fight for Leigh Wood. But I've never seen someone so confident after getting stopped. You know, I think there's a great chance you're going to see him win this fight. But Mauricio Lara is very dangerous, and I expect him to start faster as well.
When Leigh and you had the meeting, were you just totally taken back that he wanted a rematch this quickly?
Yeah, I think myself and Ben, you know, probably felt like he needed a bit more time. But you know, that towel from Ben Davison now looks like a great towel because he's got himself fresh and in a position to come back and take that rematch fast. So there was no doubt in Leigh Wood's mind that he should take this rematch. He can win this fight, and that's what he expects to do.
Obviously, we were expecting Josh Warrington to be fighting Lara. There was a whole build-up, you know, him spitting afterwards, and that was a fight that we were expecting. Josh Warrington's now saying there's a possible big fight lined up for him. Is there anything you could give us in regards to that?
Yeah, we're looking at other champions as well for Josh Warrington. You know, maybe a fight in America as well. For me, I still might have my eyes on the winner of this fight, but we have to see. But Josh Warrington ready to jump into a big fight any moment.
Obviously, Eddie, when you post on social media, sometimes you cause waves, and certain posts with Conor Benn and Eubank has been put up. Just tell people what's behind that. Are we expecting them talks to go on right now?
Yeah, there's been talks for that fight for the last couple of months. Obviously, we had to make a decision, or they had to make a decision, and we weren't ready to make that fight. Things have progressed since then. I think we're ready to make Eubank against Ben. We've been talking about this now for a year. It's a year since the first fight was signed. We know there's still things to deal with UCAD and stuff like that. We want to do this fight in the UK. Hopefully we can make that happen. If not, we can look to do it internationally. But let's make the fight. Biggest fight out there for both guys. One of the biggest fights in British boxing. And we're talking to Calla to see if we can get that over the line.
But Ben Shalom saying that fight with Liam Smith is going to still happen. There's, you know, postponement clauses in the contract. What is a postponement clause for if people are not aware of what it is?
Well, you can postpone a fight within a certain amount of days. I don't know, can you do it once? Can you do it twice? Is there one in there? I have absolutely no idea. I'm not party to that. As I understand it, you know, we're not going to waste our time talking about a fight that can't get made. We nearly made it before. We can definitely make it now. No one's interested in Eubank against Smith anyway. If it gets made, it'll be the third time that fight's been scheduled in within 6-7 weeks. You know, that fight, people have lost interest in that fight, people have lost confidence in that fight. Let's get a fight made where there's real bad blood. You know, I'm sick and tired talking about Conor Benn, this and that. At the end of the day, fuck it. Let's just get the fight made. Let them go at each other. It's a great fight. We believe in Conor Benn. We believe in his situation. And if we can get it made, let's do it.
Any updates from the Saudis in regards to AJ Wilder for the year?
No, still waiting for an official offer. You know, they keep telling us that they want to make it happen. I believe them because we've dealt with them before. But let's see what happens. We're planning now for an August fight for AJ. Could be Dillian Whyte, but he's back in camp now in Texas preparing for that date.
Any names? Who have you got for the summer?
No, Dillian would definitely be the front runner, but you know, we're talking to DAZN at the moment, and hopefully we can get something to him next week.
In regards to that fight, Tony Bellew saying, listen, it doesn't matter if he has a fight in between him, matters on who's mentally there, and whoever lands first. Do you agree with that? In that fight with Wilder, is it about who lands first and who's mentally ready
probably.
for it?
I think AJ is technically the better fighter, and I think if you're technically the better fighter, you always give yourself a great chance. But Wilder has the ability to end any fight, any moment, and I just believe AJ wins that fight. And
Tyson Fury's been back on social media, obviously having, you know, calling out certain fighters, calling out John Jones and crossover fights. Sam Jones saying, listen, him being back on social media is a bit repetitive and boring now. What do you make of him causing havoc?
Oh, look, he's a great self-promoter. I mean, he's got the whole of Australia talking with absolutely no intention of fighting over there. He's got promoters running around thinking they're going to land a fight. But it doesn't really matter. The money's not there for him to fight. He's not going to fight in Australia, but he definitely wants to fight. You know, I would think now he's getting agitated. He's looking a bit silly on some respects, but he's a maverick. He's fantastic at what he does, and anything's possible. Anything's possible. You know, with so much uncertainty around so many fights, anything can happen.
Dempsey McKean is a name that's been linked with him now, and also Jay Opetai's manager has come out and said, listen, there's a possibility that we're talking to him. Yeah. What do you make of these names? Obviously you deal with Dempsey.
Dempsey's with us. He's under contract with us. We've had no offer. We'd love to make that fight, but I just don't believe him. You know, he's definitely not fighting Jay Opetaia, but he's probably gone up to Jay Opetaia at the show and gone, I'll fight you. And the manager's come over and he's gone, hey, I'll fight him next. And the manager's going, I can't believe this. We're fighting Tyson Fury. Not knowing about Tyson Fury. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Do you think Fury fights Usyk this year?
No.
Why?
I just don't think he will. I don't think the money will be what he wants it to be. He knows how difficult the fight is, and I think he'll just land another fight.
Cool. Eddie Hearn, thank you very much for talking to Pro Boxer fans. Thank you.